Hi everyone, welcome. I'm going to really quickly send this over to my VIP group. If you are not a chalk couture designer and you would love to be in the VIP group, please comment VIP below. I'd love to get you over there. Alright, today is the 20th, 2023. Okay. Today I was super excited. I got home and my Verity frame got here and I am in love with this, guys. Look, check this frame out. She is heavy, but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at the detail. How pretty is that, right? So I was thinking to myself, that looks like something that would be in an old Victorian style house. What would look really cool on this? How about the Etched Skull? I think he is super cool looking. So we're going to do him in bright white, and then we're going to go over top of it with glow in the dark, so it will glow at night. I'm loving this Verity frame. Super awesome. Well worth the money. So if you guys are looking for an ornate, beautiful frame, this one is it. I'm really going to quickly keep all my packaging in my backer sheet, of course, because this is reusable. And I'm going to quickly cut this apart so we can use this. Alright. If you have any questions, please let me know. Of course, if I don't see your comment, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's the fact that Facebook's not showing them to me. So you guys can leave them there and I will answer as soon as I can. Another little trick for you guys and a tip is our backer sheets for these new transfers are glossy on both sides. That being said, it's a little confusing on what side would be the side that you would put the transfer back on. You put it on the wrong side, you're going to ruin that transfer. So do what I do and write on the back of your transfer. You can use a marker, you can use a pen, you can even use a piece of tape if that's what it takes to help you keep in mind and help you remind you what side that it goes on. This is super cool. And then it's got a spider web that goes with it. Comes on this transfer. And a fly and a spider, which is super cool. It's got a snake, which I like the snake too. He's pretty cool. So you could always do like the spider web up in the corner. Do the spider and the fly. And there's also the wording right here, which is from Shakespeare. And it's the double, toil and trouble. Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. That whole thing, that's super awesome too. That would look really cool on the back. If you did it just on the back side. Like maybe in bright white and then did the skull only in glow in the dark or something like that. Or only do that wording in glow in the dark. That would be cool as well. I'm going to set those down there. Writing on the back. Now this frame is magnetic, so it's a lot like our Aiden. And hold on, Etched Skull. And so when you heat it to dry, just keep that in mind that it is metal, so it will heat up. So it's basically our Aiden insert inside another frame. And we are going to get started. Let me move you guys down so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm actually right now in the process of making the glow in the dark paste glow by sitting it on my Watts of Love light so that it's easier for me to see exactly how that's going to go on. Alright, so I'm going to pull that off my fuzzing cloth. We're going to pull this off of the backer sheet. That Etched Skull is super, super cool. I actually got to see this at Leadership before they launched it. And we voted. And I thought this was super, super awesome. I love the detail of the skull. Super cool. And if you're really big into Halloween, these are really awesome for Halloween. Also, just to let you all know, our tiered trays have different seasons with them, and now we have these inserts that go on the tiered trays, and you can make them for any season. The one for Halloween is the transfer I'm talking about. For Halloween is in low quantity. So if you're really big into Halloween, you might want to grab it. Okay. Let's get him on here. Trying to center it as best as I can. I might need to stand up. It looks pretty centered to me. Alright, so you can see that this is more see-through. I'm just going to push this all down. And then I'm going to go over top of it with a squeegee. I'm using my club exclusive squeegee. If you guys don't know what this is, if you've been with Club Couture for a year, you get an anniversary squeegee. How cool is that, right? And it's exclusive only to club members. If you're not in the club, don't fret. You can join club. I will put that in the cart or the description of this video. We're just going to use bright white, and we're going to go over the top of this. He is super cool looking. I love the details on the Etched Skull because I've seen him done, and I'm in love with it. I think it's super cool. If it's not your thing, don't fret. We have lots and lots of other transfer designs. So these are reusable silkscreen transfers or stencils, if that's how you want to call them. They are reusable 8 to 12 times, sometimes more, depending on how well you take care of them, but chalk guarantees 8 to 12 uses. And I like the fact that they clean up really easy. And I also love the fact that anybody can do this. Guys, it is so easy. If you can butter bread, you can do chalk. And yes, it really is that simple. I promise. Alright, we're going to set that off to the side. Close up that jar. Pull this up. Now we are going to go back over top of the skull in glow in the dark in just a second. We're going to dry this. So I'm actually going to show you guys also how to clean your transfers, because we're going to clean this real quick because I want the glow in the dark to come on, and I want it to come on pretty thick. And there's some spots where the paste is kind of dried in the silk screen, so I'm going to wash it sitting right here in front of you. I don't normally wash them like this. I normally take them over to a water basin that I have in my chalk room, and I usually go from there and just wash it and then set it for the use. So this will be the second time considered. Once you wash it and you reuse it, this will be 2 times. Now, could you lay this down and redo it? Yes, you can, because look, you can see through that silk screen. But you see what I'm talking about, where it's a little cloudy. I want the glow in the dark to be crisp and clean. So I'm going to show you guys how to clean your transfer. Let's move this out of the way. This Verity frame is heavy. She is a heavy, heavy frame. Okay, so you can see I'm using my fuzzing cloth. On one side it is microfiber, okay? I have a water bottle right here, and all you need is a board eraser, okay? I'm going to get this wet. Another thing that you can do is you could take a disinfectant wipe, 100%. You could do that. Take the disinfectant wipe, go over top of it, clean it. You can absolutely do that. So you always want to clean sticky side first, then spray this side or put it in water, and you're going to clean this side. Okay? There is a trick with the board eraser. I use the edges. I think they clean better, especially in these spots that are a little bit more like these little tiny holes and stuff like that. It just gets into them a little bit better. So now we're going to flip this over again. And you can see back through that silk screen. Everybody can see back through that silk screen, right? But you're going to want to just get this wet just a little bit. And go back over top. And then you would leave it sticky side up to dry. However, I'm going to put another mark on this because I'm going to use this again. However, I'm going to dry this real quick because I want to use it really quickly. I don't ever recommend that you do this. This is just what I'm doing for demo purposes. All right. Then we're going to flip this back over and we're going to fuzz it again because we've already used it, right? And we've cleaned it. So now it's sticky again. So you definitely want to go over top of it again and again. Just to make sure you got it not so sticky. Now we're going to lay this down, making sure that it's not wet, first of all, because you don't want it to pull your paste up. But we're going to lay this back down right back where we had it before as best you can. Now you guys can go off just a little bit too, and it would make it look kind of 3D-ish. That's the way actually chalk did it. It actually looks really, really cool. Alright, I think I have it lined back up. It looks good to me. Okay, so I'm going to go back over top, pushing it back down. Now I'm going to shut my lots of light off here so you guys can see it's glowing, right? So we always want to stir the paste. Okay, we are going to take our stir stick. We're going to stir this up. You can see it glowing at the bottom. It's so funny. And kind of see it glowing inside the group here too. So, and then we're going to grab another squeegee. And we're going to go right back over top. I always go pretty thick with the glow in the dark. Why do I go thicker with glow in the dark? Because it is thinner. It's got a thinner consistency than our other paste. So I just kind of go over it thick, pulling it through the silk screen. Not really like so thick that it's like gobbed on, but thicker than I normally would do. I kind of learned this last year when I was making everything for my Scarefest event, that if you go too thin, it's not going to glow. It's not going to glow as well. So another thing that I'm doing is kind of just like keeping it on there nice and thick, not pulling too much off. You obviously don't want lines because the lines will show up. I'm going to pull all that off. Okay. Set that over there. Close this up. Hold on just a second, guys. I got like a piece of dust in there. You obviously don't want that. Okay, we're going to pull this off so you can see that it's on there again. But you can't really see it too well because it's obviously going to dry clear. And then I'll show you guys. I'll shut the light off and turn on the lights here so you guys can see the glowing. He is super cool. So this is a reusable surface, so I can scrape this off and redo it. We do also have reusable pieces that can fit into a frame. So if you already have a frame and you love it, and it's like a 9 or an 8.5 by 11 or whatever, these pieces, these inserts will fit it. We'll work with those again, and I'll show you, or work with them and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It is dry. So let me go over top of this with the lots of love light. Lots of love. Alright, so let's go over top of this. Get this glowing. And then I'm going to actually turn the lights down a little bit so that you guys can see. Hold on, let me turn the lights down just a little bit. You guys can actually see the actual glow. Just kind of going over top. Holding it in a little bit darker spots, you know, the heavier spots. You guys can see that glow. Or we can just shut these lights off. Hold on just a second. Let's shut that one off. Let's shut this one off. We can see there's the glow. How awesome is that? I'm going to lift this up so you guys can actually see it a little bit better. But look at that glow and look at that frame. How awesome. This looks so much like something that would be sitting in a Victorian house, I think. I love this. I will put a cart link on how to get all of these goodies that we used here today. I'm in love with this. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And this is reusable, so you can put Christmas, fall, whatever you want on it. So if you're not big into Halloween, do something else. Or if you love Halloween, you could totally do this. This is so awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on the live. I'm going to turn the lights back on because it's dark and you can't really see me. Oh, there we go. And lifting them up a little bit. And if you are not a Chalk Couture designer, please click that SHARE button and spread the love for me. And please, if you do order this, round up with lots of love at checkout because every penny makes a huge difference. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.